Whoa! It's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. Just got done from a day of doing nothing at work. Well, sometimes those are brutal, the brutalest ones of all. Super slow day at work. It's what I refer to calling milking the cow. I milked the cow effectively and made it home. So I got home and Joshua D. Nisbet asked me, would you agree to say fuck the system, and if so, why? Yeah, dude, I don't even agree. I'm a 100% fuck the system guy, man. The system is broken, first of all. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And, I mean, I could go off seriously about why it doesn't work, but that is such dark energy of the why it doesn't work. Let me go off to what I firmly believe. And what I firmly believe in is personal sovereignty. The do no harm clause. Right? And the kind of the premise of that is just stay out of my space, man. And I'll stay out of yours. And you're free to do what it is you want unless you're going to do harm to me. Now, most people, that's sort of a libertarian kind of philosophy, and I think it's a true theory that our founding fathers came up when they formed the United States of America, quote unquote, because I don't know if that's really what we are. But that theory means that yeah, you can do anything you want unless it's going to harm me. So you're not allowed to, like, for example, on the bigger picture, you're not allowed to live upstream, upwind of me and pollute my airspace, pollute my drinking water. And vice versa, I'm not allowed to go and like build my house and destroy your water flow. That's just not what it's all about. So there's one reason fuck the system, is it doesn't work. We have corporations just destroying our ecosystem here on spaceship Earth and treating it as if like there's a backup ecosystem to sustain life, and there just isn't. There's one, and it can take a lot of abuse, but it sure can't take all the abuse we're dishing out. And you know, whatever, man. You know, the Earth's been through so many changes. We're just another one. So, I mean, I don't get into the doomsday of it all. It's just the ebb and flow, and we might vibrate through the whole thing. But back to the fuck the system. Fuck the system. For example, I just paid 25% of my paycheck to the federal government and the state government to buy what? Predator drones to spy on me, to buy bombs, to blow up countries. I'm not down with the war machine and the police surveillance state and the NDAA and big government. No way. Not down to contribute to that. But I'm definitely down for the lines on the road. I think the lines on the road are worth the 25% of my pay. I think that stoplights are pretty good investments. I think that a lot of things that we have in our system are totally worthwhile taken care of, but they do not need the system to take care of them. State and local can take care of all these issues. People themselves want lines on the road, so everyone's, I'm sure, willing to cough up a couple bucks to have lines on the road. I think the system's broke because I do not want the federal government telling me I need to buy their health care. Nah, dude. I've made it 43 years of my life with no health care, and I'm fine without it, man. And, dude, bro, the system's broken, right? The system's broken. Hey, you go smoke cigarettes all your life, and you get emphysema. Tough titties on you, bro. That's your problem. And nobody else should have to pay for your health care because you went and did something to yourself that you know is bad. Hey, if you're fat and obese and you get a heart attack, why should I have to chip in to pay for that? But now wait a minute. If I get hurt contributing to the system. For example, if something errant goes wrong with work and I get hurt, I should have the system help me out. I shouldn't be bent over to go get health care when something happens, when I am contributing to the system. So basically the system's broken because you have a lot of dead weight taxing the system who can't help themselves, that are feeding themselves Cheetos and all sorts of stuff. Hey, look, man, I don't exactly eat healthy, and I got to pay the consequences, man. It was up to me to figure out how to get my back healthy, dude. And I did. And I paid my way, man. I didn't need any insurance company to give me like whatever the deductibles, or I don't even know how it works. I'm so out of it. System doesn't work. Automobile insurance. Another scam, dude. Whatever. I really think there's some good stuff the system can do, but I really think the system has totally been corrupted and co-opted by people that do not care about you, me, my neighbor, the kids down the street, the grandparents over there, any of us. I think what they care about is lining their dollars, their pockets with my dollars, dude. I know that our money is useless and been devalued. System is broken. Fuck the system, man. Stop paying into the system. That's what it is. It's like, I debate it. I debate it right now whether, like, I won't work, for example, I will not work on Saturdays right now because I refuse to pay more money to the federal government. In fact, I'm thinking about only working 4 days a week just because I don't dig paying the federal government. Now, if I knew they were doing something really cool with the money, instead of blowing up babies, I would be down to it. I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd what our system is doing with our resources. You cannot tell me that what the system's doing right now is functional and working and benefiting anyone. You can't tell me that having the ex-head of Monsanto sitting on the FDA is the system working. You can't tell me that having the ex-heads of Goldman Sachs and all these banks taking care of our Commerce Department and our Treasury Department and all those things is the system working. You can't tell me that people getting accosted and molested at our airports by the TSA is our system working. Fuck the system, man. Fuck the system. Fuck Obama. There's some low frequency energy right there, because when I start thinking about what the fucking system's doing, and this is a fuck-laid tirade all of a sudden, man, because fuck the system, man. It is not doing anything but turning this country into a police state. Now, there's a bonus to it all. Because of the collapsing system and the dysfunction of the system, we really begin to find out who we are as individuals. Are we people that are just going to roll over and take it up the rear? Or are we people that are going to say, hey, whoa, that's not going to happen to me, my neighbor, some people I don't know's kids. It's not going to happen to some person across the country, man. Why? Because I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to sit and be silent while somebody is getting screwed down the street because I want to go merrily on my way. And that also gets back to personal sovereignty, the do no harm clause, man. Dude, you mess with me, I have the right to mess with you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto yourself. And that's what it all comes down. That's why the system does. If I did to the system what the system wants to do to me, whoa, they would trip out, man. Look at, for example, what happens when people start filming the police hassling other people. The cops get all crazy. It's my rights to film public servants in public places, man. System's broken. Fuck the system, dude. I know this isn't very articulate, but I know that this is our chance. If we say fuck the system, it means we have to rely on ourselves. And when we rely on ourselves, we rely on our heart, man. And we rely on our heart to guide our mind and our actions. Because when we rely on our heart, We won't do all these stupid things, man. We'll pay attention when we drive down the roads. If everyone paid attention while they were driving, we wouldn't need all the auto insurance. If everybody would begin to eat a little bit more healthy, we wouldn't have all the huge medical costs to pay for gluttonous people who get heart attacks. Look, personal sovereignty is personal responsibility. I don't need the system. What I need is my fellow human beings on Spaceship Earth to take some responsibility for themselves and try to do their very best to do no harm to everybody else around them. That doesn't mean being a doormat. That means taking responsibility for all that you do and trying not to be such a hog, dude. You don't need to own 50 pairs of shoes. I got a good pair of Vans, I got a backup pair of Vans, and I got my work Vans. And that's it. And I got a pair of nice shoes for when I got to run for my next city council election. And that's why the system doesn't work. Because we're not participating in our state and local politics, man. Everyone needs to get involved, man. I got to meet with the Parks and Recs department next week about getting our skate park built, right? Because that's my duty. I'm a skateboarder, so I got to take control of that piece of the system and make it work for the betterment of all skateboarders in my community. I don't know. The system doesn't work if you don't participate. Does that mean fuck the system? Yeah. It's not fuck the system, abandon the system. It's fuck the system and participate. Like, fuck you guys. You guys are standing between us and what we know is what needs to happen. If you go and sit and watch TV and bitch and moan, you're not fucking the system. The system's fucking you. You want to fuck the system, you get involved and take the system back from the morons that are running the system, man, and bring back the love. Bring back the high frequency energy. Bring back the neighborhood. Bring back the community and say, hey, you guys with your negative trips are out and us with our personal sovereignty are in. I think that's pretty much 12 and a half minutes of insanity after I got off work and gave the man 25% of my paycheck. Peace and love. The illusion's fired up. Get back into the action of this whole deal. And just a little heads up, I got a surprise interview coming Sunday night, man. You're going to dig it. It's a skateboarder that's way high frequency. This is kind of a teaser. Peace.